Okay, so today we're taking a deep dive into something kind of different. Like, have you heard of this whole UGC queen thing?
Oh, yeah. UGC's everywhere these
All
days.
right, but like, what even is a UGC queen? That's what we're figuring out today. We're looking at this creator named Alina, calls herself the UGC queen, right? And UGC stands for user-generated content, just so we're all on the same page. Basically, it's any content created by users, like you and me, not by the companies themselves.
Exactly. Think reviews, unboxing videos, those recipe reels everyone's obsessed with.
Yeah, all that. So the big question is, why are we even bothering with this Alina person? What makes her so special?
Well, UGC is like the hottest thing in marketing right now. Think
Yeah,
about it. Who do you trust more? Some polished corporate ad or a real person recommending something they actually use?
right, like a friend telling you about a cool new product.
Exactly. So finding those creators who are really good at UGC, that's gold for brands. And that's why we're taking a closer look at Alina, trying to figure out if she lives up to the hype.
So she calls herself the UGC queen, which is, a pretty bold claim. She's all about making what she calls authentic and engaging videos. But does that actually mean anything in the world of advertising? Like, what does authentic even mean when you're talking about ads?
Yeah, good point. You hear those words thrown around a lot, right? Authentic, engaging, but it's more than just buzzwords. I think there's a real shift happening in advertising. People are tired of those like super slick, overproduced ads. You know,
Totally.
they're craving something more real, something that feels like a genuine recommendation, not just a sales pitch. That's what good UGC aims for.
So it's all about connecting with people on a more personal level.
Got it. Now, one thing that stood out to me, Alina's based in Germany and offers services in both English and German. Why is that a big deal?
Hmm, that's huge.
Hmm.
Imagine you're a brand trying to reach a European audience, right?
Yeah.
Suddenly, her being bilingual just made her way more valuable.
Makes sense. She can connect with a wider audience.
Exactly. It's a smart move on her part, for sure. Okay, so we're seeing some strategy here. She also says that each video has its own story. Now, is that just marketing fluff, or is there something to that?
That's actually a really important point. See, the best UGC creators, they don't just show the product, they tell a story around it.
So it's not just about showing, it's about storytelling.
Yes, it's about creating this mini narrative that pulls the viewer in and makes the product a part of that story.
Like weaving the product into the fabric of people's lives.
Exactly. That's when UGC really shines.
Makes sense. Okay, so storytelling, check. Now, I got to ask about this. Alina lists her average response time as 11 days. That seems kind of long, no? Like almost a red flag.
Yeah, 11 days is definitely on the longer side. Now, sometimes a big backlog means a creator is in high demand, which is good, right?
Yeah, people are lining up to work with her.
But it could also mean that maybe they're not super organized. To know for sure, you'd want to dig a little deeper, maybe see if there are any testimonials or ask about their workflow, just to get a better feel for how they operate.
Okay, so bit of a mixed bag there. Let's move on to her interests. She lists fashion, beauty, fitness.
Okay.
Pretty standard influencer stuff, right?
Yeah, pretty typical.
But then there's useful gadgets thrown in there. Is that legit, or is she just trying to, like, cast a wider net?
Well, it's a smart move either way. Think about it. Those core interests, fashion, beauty, fitness, those are super crowded spaces. So adding useful gadgets broadens her appeal a bit.
Shows she's versatile.
Exactly. It's like saying, hey, I'm not just a fashionista. I can handle tech stuff too.
I get it. Smart. Okay, last thing that caught my eye. Alina says her videos are not only visually appealing, but also strategically crafted. How does that set her apart?
That's key right there. See, it shows she understands both sides of the UGC game. She's got the creative eye, obviously, but she's also thinking about the business side.
So she's not just making pretty videos, she's thinking about the brand's goals.
Exactly. She's asking, how can I help this brand achieve its objectives? That's a big difference.
So we've learned a bit about Alina and what she brings to the table as a potential UGC creator.
We have.
Learned about some of the things to look for in a good UGC creator, too.
Yeah, definitely. Now, here's the real question for you listening. Based on all this info, how would you decide if Alina's the right fit for a specific brand or product? What other info would you want to know to make that decision?
Yeah, that's something to think about.
It is.
All right, that's all the time we have for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.